You spy.
It's for OnlyFans, okay?
Oh boy. What a kinky OnlyFans crowd you got.
No. Okay, and here we go. You're able to move your character, right?
I am. How did I do before WASD? Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start now. Okay. In a realm steeped in ancient mysticism, a figure shrouded in an immaculate, God, I get so tongue-tied sometimes, white cloak adorned with intricate bronze embellishments pursued the towering shelves laden with tomes and scrolls. Ethereal orbs of luminescence danced about his hands and head, casting an ethereal glow as he methodically explored each parchment and volume. Beside him, two young acolytes, similarly clad in robes of mystic renaissance, carefully cradled the scrolls he bestowed upon them. As they traversed the labyrinth of wisdom, an abrupt reverberation jolted through his consciousness, an undeniable summons from the depths of the unknown. His crystal red eyes, normally pools of wisdom, now transformed to an unsettling pure white, while tears of crimson anguish welled at their corners and flows down his cheeks. In a moment of visceral agony, he clutched his head and let out a resounding groan, the reverberations of his pain resonating through the sacred library. With seamless coordination, his devoted assistants tenderly placed the entrusted scrolls upon a nearby surface, hastening to his side to offer support. Amidst the throes of torment, his resolute determination pursued, enabling him to impart his urgency to the young attendants, beseeching them to summon the queen without delay. Soon, the queen arrived, flanked by guards, her regal presence commanding the room. The enigmatic figure, now seated, rested his weakened head upon the cool embrace of the table, his facial expression veiled in shadow. The queen's voice, laden with concern, pierced the heavy air as she addressed him by name, inquiring if his facilities had once again been visited by prophetic visions. A feeble nod of affirmation. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with them too. A feeble nod of affirmation was his reply, accompanied by the unveiling of a freshly scribed parchment that lay before him. The ink, hastily applied, seemed to mirror the turmoil that churned within his seek. As the queen persuaded the enigmatic script, her regal facade faltered, her eyes widening with a potent mixture of awe and dread. With a voice that momentarily quivered, she commanded her loyal guardsmen to summon her trusted messenger, a figure adorned with tools of calligraphic artistry, his demeanor a testament to the gravity of his duty. As the messenger meticulously transcribed the queen's directive onto parchment, the monarch engaged in a discourse with the tormented seer, elucidating the urgent necessity for a convocation involving the three sovereign realms. The final seal was impressed upon the parchment, intertwining hues of gold, crimson, and sapphire, a visional testimony to the alliance that stood posed to unravel the enigma that had unfolded. With whispered incantations, the queen's potent magic transformed the missive into a pair of radiant golden butterflies, their wings shimmering with arcane energy as they took flight through the open window, soaring towards the distant domains of the allied kingdoms. In the ensuing weeks, whispers and murmur cascaded throughout the realm of Marlenus as unsettling accounts of anomalies, eerie phenomena, and even unexplained vanishings trickled into the populace collective consciousness. Amid the ebb and flow of daily life, an undeniable aura of anticipation filled the air, a collective anticipation that found its apex as a shimmering, resplendent butterfly materialized before you amidst the downpour of the storm. So, your journey, before we get to the butterfly, Your journey started off from you leaving Brineport and heading to Makora. You've been going back and forth to Makora for some time, helping them deal with like an unknown illness. So this is probably your third time going back in like past couple of months. Amidst your journey to there, you encountered a rampaging storm. And that is where we start off. So right now, you're in a wagon with two horses pulling it, and a golden butterfly just appeared flowing through the storm unfazed directly towards you.
And I'm the only person in this wagon. It's just me.
Just you.
He's gonna say, what the bloody hell's?
And then as it hovers... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just, what the hell's a butterfly doing here?
And it just floats in front of you, examining you. And then the butterfly transforms into a scroll shape and surrounded in gilded cloth, and it's sealed with emblematic hues of the three united realms. Now this scroll that covered in cloth floats in front of you, and glancing at it, it seems like the rain droplets are oddly enough avoiding the scroll as they like bend around it and continue to splatter powder around you, but just continue avoiding the object in front of you.
That's just magic, okay. Do I see the letter? What is it saying?
Oh, are you gonna touch it?
What can I... Is it just floating there?
It's just floating, yeah. You can tell it's like a scroll shape, but it's like covered in cloth.
He's gonna adjust his glasses and look at it, see if he can read what's on it.
Well, it's currently covered.
Oh, there's like nothing,
like
no text or whatever?
It's not open, it's like a package kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Then he's gonna cautiously touch it. He's gonna reach up.
Okay. So the moment you touch it, just even the fan's touch, the cloth unwraps itself, showing the scroll, and it slowly rolls down, opening itself with a letter stated to you. And because we're recording, I'm not going to say this first part. In fact, I'm going to DM it to you.
Okay. I don't like that.
Spoilers for other people.
Yeah. I don't like that.
But instead, I will continue with your name. To Dr. Evet Morris. With a sense of urgency, the three kingdoms of Merlinus, Starid, Savari, and Evamus collectively beseech your presence in Lordana. In precisely 12 days' time, as the sun reaches its zenith, we'll be holding a crucial meeting. The gravity of the matter necessitates that we withhold specific details until this gathering takes place. It is our collective hope that you will honor the summons. To assist you on your journey to Lordana, we have provided a selection of supplies that may prove invaluable. We implore you to stay vigilant, keep a watchful eye, and prioritize your safety throughout your travels. May the Denari of the old bless and watch over you.
Cool. What was that? It said there was a certain amount of items.
Yep, we'll get to that. So after you read the letter, you notice at the bottom of the scroll are 3 notarized leaves. The first leaf is a bright green leaf with blue veins. The second leaf is a earthy green with white veins. The third leaf is a dark green leaf with gold veins, and each leaf has a seal in the center of the leaf. So the first leaf is...
Or is it blue, green, and what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask questions so I can get all this down.
Oh, no, you're fine. If you want to, I can just copy and paste it for you.
Sure,
If
yeah.
it makes it easier for you. Okay. And in the center of each leaf, there's a seal in the center. The first leaf is a tree with flowers and fruit. The second leaf is a crescent moon surrounded with stars. And the third leaf is a humanoid-shaped figure with roots sticking him to the ground holding a staff. And since you are well acknowledged with these three kingdoms, you know the first leaf represents the kingdom of Evamus, the second leaf represents the kingdom of Starid, and the third leaf represents the kingdom of Isafari. And I will give you this information right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Where did you send it?
The
in the... Okay.
Yeah, but private.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so I just now see the first part. That knowing my relation, that letter says the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay.
That was why I can't say it out loud, but yeah.
Okay.
And after some time, you study the contents of what this scroll says on this parchment. Just briefly, the parchment rolls back up, forms into a string in midair, quickly wraps itself around your dominant hand, and forms into a bracelet. It's a golden thick string that's very soft and flexible, and it connects and forms a solid golden butterfly, which extends out to 3 pieces of golden string. And at the end of each of those 3 golden strings, there's a leaf part hanging down from it. And each leaf is exactly the ones that were notarized on the parchments. And if you try to like stretch or remove it, because like just a bracelet came out of nowhere and just like got on your dominant hand, it quickly gets firm, loses its flexibility, and it seems like after like X amount of time, like very briefly, like the moment you stop trying to mess with it, it goes back to soft and flexible. And while that was going on, a sack appears floating in front of you.
At this point, Evan's gonna say to himself, "Oh man, either I've done too many drugs, or this is one hell of a dream." I just gotta touch the sack.
Okay. The sack goes limp in your hand, and it feels kind of heavy.
I'm gonna open. Is it like a tied sack?
Yeah, it's like a tight sack.
So I guess I'll feel it out first. Is like coin in there if I shake it?
Yeah, you hear like metal clanging against other metal. You might hear like a little bit of liquid splashing, metal hitting glass, glass hitting glass. You also might have some whiffs of some sweet scents.
He's gonna open the bag, look inside.
Okay. You notice inside right away are 2 healing potions, 25 gold pieces, 10 silver pieces, 12 rations, and you can tell that these rations are like a little bit above your average type of rations. They have different variety of cheeses, and you can tell some of these cheeses are more like of the fancier, more exotic type of kind. There's crackers, dried various fruits, bread, jerky, nuts, and also an assortment of tea bags.
An assortment of tea bags. Okay, it's fancy.
I've also pasted in the same channel too. There you go.
Cool. Noted. I'm going to. I mean, is nothing else pops up? I'm looking around for anything else.
Give me a perception check. First roll.
First roll. Here we go. Where's perception? Here again. Here we go.
Good roll. Glancing around, and like kind of like on like caution side, since like random things just like came in front of you. You don't see anything else, but you do notice the storm is picking up. The ground is getting really wet too, and the horses are kind of getting a little unsettled. Other than that, nothing weird like the butterfly or magical bag of goods pops up again. But now you do have like a fancy little bracelet.
So examining the bracelet, right? So you say it's sort of the golden string. It wraps around the wrist, and then it kind of splits off with the butterfly and the three leaves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone's just gonna see what happens if you like touches one of the leaves.
The
He's
moment.
gonna
Oh, go
like
ahead.
the fruit and flower leaf, right?
Okay. The moment you touch it, it becomes really really stiff, and it kind of shrinks to the point that it clings to your flesh. But nothing else happens besides that.
And if he touches anything else, the butterfly, same thing.
Yep, same thing.
All right.
But then after like a few seconds of like you not touching it or bothering it, it goes back to its like regular self basically.
That is wild. All right. Well, I guess we will sleep off this storm. Actually, I'm traveling to. I wrote it down.
Mercora?
Macor, yes, leaving Bryanport, traveling to Macor. What's the situation like in Macor? Are they expecting me?
They are expecting you. You know that some of the miners there are coming down with some sort of unknown illness. And like the illness happens randomly. And so like the miners go in, sometimes they come out like really really sick. And they end up being bedridden. And then sometimes like when other miners go in and come back out, they're unaffected. And then it could be like days later where some miners go in and come back out and they're affected. It's like quite random and sporadic. But the local doctor there has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep off this storm, and then I'm gonna go finish the travel to Mukra. Because I imagine this is way too muddy to travel right now. So I take a look out yonder.
You could push through, maybe.
Maybe, she says. Tempting.
But your horses are getting anxious.
Like
Especially
they're trying.
after each like flash of lightning and loud thunder happens. They tend to like kind of like go backwards and like neigh a few times, like kind of like panicky.
Mm. He's gonna kind of look at the horses and be like, well, what do you want from me? It's not like you want to drive in this rain? Knowing that they can't respond. Um, he's going to. There's no trees in sight, probably, right? This is just open field.
Open field. I mean, there are trees, but they're like far in the distance, and they're like spread. There's not like foresty type. They're like all like scattered.
Oh well, ain't that a bitch? Yeah, I guess we'll trudge our way on. If it's gonna sort of take us a little doctor's hood, and pop it up, right? So he's got some protection from the rain,
Mm-hmm.
and get on the wagon and kind of push out and kind of think about the letter, about what this means. What was the convocation called? The convocation of. Well,
Here.
I do know that.
I'll send this to you too. Also, I sent like a little doodle of the bracelet. I did it like months and months ago, but there you go.
I see it. It puts an image to it.
Of course, the first one it doesn't actually say that. I sent you what it actually says. Okay. So you're traversing on?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to push on.
Okay. So right now there is still like it's not like evening. It's like I would say it's like about 4 o'clock right now. But it is getting darker. Even with like how bad the storm is, there is still like some kind of light, even if they're like off in the distance. But it's starting now to get darker. The light does begin to fade as you progress on, and the more and more you push forward, the storm seems to get increasingly more violent, to the point where even the wagon begins to shake with each roar of thunder. The sky darkens, and the air increasingly begins to feel more static and electric. The wind starts howling, bending everything in its path, including your wagon. So it sometimes like rocks every now and then, and when it does, the horses like tries to like run, but of course with the wagon restricting them, they clearly don't get that much far. I think an hour passes, so like around 5 o'clock now. The thunders begin to growl louder and becoming more frequent.
Oh my goodness.
The horses that's guiding your wagon begins to panic, and it's becoming even more of a challenge to travel in these conditions as the wagon starts to get stuck in thick mud. And here, at this point, we're going to start doing a skill check.
Oh boy.
So basically, you can pick out a skill ability, and since it's just you can only use that skill once to try and push onward. But before we get into that, give me a history check, and this will not count towards the skill check.
Yeah, the history check. Oh, I actually got some history on me. Okay, I mean, not really a good roll.
it's not that bad. Okay, so you remember that there, based off the path you took to go to Makora, you do remember there's a village, maybe about 2 hours away, that is basically like a refugee camp. You've been there like once, but that was like a while ago, and you haven't really been there since. But you do remember that.
And it's the closest possible village to where I'm at right now.
Yep.
Oh, man. I'll. Do I feel as though the horses will make it there? And like, am I confident in the horses? Are they so panicked where it's like, well, you guys look like you're about to throw a fit.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh.
Okay. You can tell that with these horses it could go either way. They could push on. They seem to be doing okay at this moment, even though the traveling speed has decreased significantly because of like all the water and the mud. But at the same time, as the storm gets progressively worse, they are a little bit scared and did try to escape a few times.
Okay. Now Everett's got some supplies on him. Herbalism kit, healer's kit, possibly any components and materials. Would you say that I have enough to, like, not the get horses, but the sedative, but like a sort of relaxant, like a hemp. Give the horses a hemp to calm them down.
Let's see. That was good. Give me a medicine check, I guess. Okay.
Like I would argue it'd probably be a huge amount, if possible.
I'll say you have some. If you want to try and give it to them. But at the same time, the more you wait around, the worse the storm does seem to get.
Yeah. He's going to sort of, because he's probably had to pay for like horse food, so he's probably going to try to slip a little bit into a little horse snack, right? Just enough. Feed it to him. They come up to him and be like, all right, let's calm down now. And he's going to hand him some snacks. He's going to pet him, of course, as much as he can to sort of calm him down while giving him the snacks.
Okay.
And he's going to get on the car.
Okay, give me 2 animal handling checks.
Oh, okay. The first one's good. Can we do it again?
Oh, that was almost a 20. I saw it.
It was. It was.
Okay, well, the first horse on the left, takes it out of your hand, munches it. The second horse, kind of sniffs at it, thunder strikes, and he kind of reels back and doesn't take it.
I'm gonna. If you allow me to, I would like to, like, as the thunder strikes, right? Did I drop it, or is it just like falling out of view, or is it dark?
No, it's still in your hand.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to try to calm one horse down and try to pet him. What would I probably would have given these horses a name. What would this one's be? Geppetto.
Geppetto.
It's gonna be all right, Geppetto, calm down, my boy, relax, just look at me in the eyes, and look at the thunder, look at me. I got a little snack for you. Come on, nom, and I'm gonna try one more time, if I may.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, okay. I know where. I know what time to get.
Well, you tried, but he's very, very skittish. And in fact, lightning strikes like about now we're clear close, but we'll just say like over here, kind of like distance, such as like this example, like way, way up ahead, and he reels up. Give me. Are you saying you're saying from him, right?
Yeah.
Give me a dex saving throw. Or actually, no, not a dex saving throw. Just roll me athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. I'm bad at both of them.
Okay. Oh, I gotta roll now. What's your AC? Does a 16
I don't
hit?
like that. Does a what hit?
A 16?
Yes, it hits.
Okay. So the horses reel back from the lightning strike, and in a sheer panic, accidentally kicks you. You try to dodge out of the way, but unfortunately, because of the mud at your feet, it's very hard, and you get hit, and you take only 4 points of damage.
Okay.
The hoof kind of like landed right in like your left shoulder type area, so it's kind of like sore now.
I imagine. At this point, I would like to imagine that kick actually knocked Avid on his ass.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right, and he just takes a second, lay in the mud and like lightning, or just laying in the mud while raining on his face. He's like, God damn it! He gets up. Is the other horse still part of the carriage, or did he like bolt off?
No, it's still part of the carriage right now. Both of them are.
I don't know how far I'm gonna get with one aggravated horse. Think. I'm gonna hop back in the carriage. I gotta make it to the refugee camp at least. Hope I can make it to the refugee camp, and then I'm gonna start heading towards the refugee camp.
Okay. And now this is where the skill challenge comes into play. We're gonna see if you can safely get there without losing a horse or a wagon, like if your wagon doesn't get stuck or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how this is gonna go down is you can use any skills you want. You just have to say what you're gonna use. Like, oh, I'm gonna use, for example, I'm gonna use survival, and to try and not lure, but guide the horses into more sturdier grounds and away from the extremely muddy paths. Just an example. But because you use survival, you can't use that at all. And with this, you gotta have 4 successes. So there's gonna be a DC that you have to beat to succeed. You have to get 4 before you reach 3 failures.
Okay. That sounds like a fun time. I've been through this before. Okay, as a group. So I would tell you different ways that I want to traverse.
Oh yeah, or like traverse or anything really, just to help you get from here to the refugee village.
Okay. And because you said there's 4 different checks, are they all going to be the same checks, or are they going to be like
Well,
different things?
it's just one straight up DC. So you just roll your skill like you normally do. You get your modifier, and if that end roll equals or goes above, then it's success. If it's below, it's a failure. So you just need 4 successes before you reach 3 failures.
Okay. I'm gonna put my best foot forward then, and I'm gonna try to use perception as a means to look out for the path, the more solid paths. Also, I guess the shortcuts through this way, because I've been this way before, right? So, I mean, you said actually no. You said I've been here once before, right?
Once,
So
but
maybe
it's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, any familiar paths that I might remember, or like a shortcut that I might have seen that seems, safe. But I would try to like to use perception as a means to guide myself and these horses and these steeds through the rain into the refugee camp.
Okay.
First roll's a 19.
Okay, good. Okay, you could tell just from like you're not exactly, because it's been a while since you've been there. You just know the rough vicinity of the village, but you can tell based off your perception skill just now where like the most well traversed paths are versus like the less traversed paths. So yeah, one that seems decently passed that veers off to the right, and you have a good sense that you're going in a good direction.
Okay. And did I use I could use something else here, or
Yep,
perception
so
again?
no. So since you use perception, you can't use perception. You have to use something else now.
Okay. All right. Now I see it. Now I'm picking up what you put down. All right.
Yeah.
I will use animal handling. Here we go. To keep the horses as steady as I can. Please don't fail me again. and try to, guide them along the safer paths. Make sure they stay on the safer paths. Animal handling's letting me down.
Oof, okay. Well, you try to steer it, but unfortunately the thunder and the lightning is making those just panic, so sometimes they both at the same time get like a burst of energy, go off the beaten path, and you have to like quickly transverse them back. It takes a while and they're getting a lot harder to control.
I'm going to use survival to. I'm going to apply survival here. I mean, I guess I could just continue using to navigate solid terrain the best way I can. If survival can be applied that way, or look at the surroundings and see, that's definitely grassland or that's definitely like mudland.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Oh my god, we're losing something.
Okay, so as you're trying to look around as you're still traversing, because it's so increasingly like the range is becoming more downpour and downpour, it's hard to see. Yeah, unfortunately it's hard to tell. I will say this now. You have 1 success and
2 failures.
2 failures.
Man. So, I'm really got slim pickings here. Okay. I'm going to Everett's going to he's going to say the horses. He's going to try to give the horses a word of encouragement because he's losing it. And the storm is going to be like, all right, can we can just all stay steady now. Come on now, just hang with me there, Geppetto. Hang with me there, Geppetto. And Michelangelo, you're doing fine. You're doing a fine job, Michelangelo. Just a little further. And we got this. I swear we get there, and I'm going to treat you to some nice treats. And it's gonna be great. He's trying to essentially deceive charisma into these horses because now he's lost faith.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so Michelangelo, of course, is a little bit, feeling good, but not as, less afraid of the storm. Geppetto, actually looks like he has more, confidence in his steps now, and, seems to, like, push a little, further away, not further away, but, further closer to the village. And sometimes, like, when you come across like a muddy part, he actually like nudges and pushes Michelangelo to the left and like goes around it. So you sense like your little deception trick helped.
Evans is gonna go to his breath. Oh man, I can't believe that worked. Think what he asked for that. And he's gonna, I guess, keep moving towards the village. Do I have to roll another check?
Yeah, you're not there yet. You're just like heading in
Okay.
the direction of that. So you're
Okay.
at
Okay.
you're half and half right now. Yeah, 2 success and 2 failures. So if you get one more failure, well, the skill check fails.
Oh
So you gotta
boy.
get 2 more before you get that last failure.
Um, survival, perception, and animal handling down, and deception down. Um, can I? Would it help at all to, I guess, use history as a means to remember my travels here last time to try to select the best path?
You could
Or
try.
okay, try. We'll try. Not great. Not great. Of course, it's not great. Like it was a little cocked, but I'm not gonna argue.
Okay, well, you try to remember, and you're like, oh, it's been so long, and because of the downpour, it's harder to see. Um,
And it's just like, man, it's I can't remember which way in these backwater areas. Why did they put a refugee camp in the middle of fucking nowhere? That doesn't make any sense. All right.
okay, and now, because you failed, you try to push on, but now your horses can't seem to pull the wagon anymore. As the ground is drenched in water and mud, not even a moment later of stopping, lightning strikes the ground roughly 6 yards away from you, and the horses begins to panic. Even Michelangelo, who was like calm and mostly collected, even panics. Geppetto goes back to his ancient, crazy self, and they manage, because of the wear and tear of the travels, actually manage to break free from the wagon. They've run off, and after after a little while, they run off and they gallop in different directions from where you can tell, but of course your vision is a little bit limited because of how like heavy the downpour in the rain is. But yeah, this is where you're at right now. I'll say that took like an hour and a half. So you probably feel like you're maybe like 30 or less just minutes away from the village. In the direction of the village, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Um, how much? How many supplies do I have in the cart? Also, well, how far? Horses in the rain. I'm not catching up. But how far did Michelangelo get?
You can give me a perception check.
Well,
Okay. So even like with the rain, like extremely downpouring, clouding your vision, it seemed like Michelangelo bolted far away and got to a point where, because of the it's getting darker now, it's probably like in the almost like definitely evening time right now, that it's hard to exactly see how far he went to. But you, from what when you last saw him, he went really far away.
very relevant. How much? What stuff is in the cart? How many of my supplies are in the cart? Like what am I packing here? Am I full or am I just sort of
You tell me. You're the doctor. What would you
okay?
bring to Makora?
I guess it depends on how heavy in the operation I am. I would say that I'm sort of bringing some. I mean, because I have no inkling about what's actually happened there personally. But I know Evet would. So he would be, if he could get his hands on some, he would get his hands on, I guess, sanitizer for one. A lot of sanitizer just in case. Um, sort of mask and supplies. Because there's another doctor helping me tend to these people there, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess he would have a good source of material on him. Yeah. And if that's the case, okay. I'm about I'm about 30 minutes away. It's evening time. I got a cart full of supplies. I guess I'm hoofing it. I guess I'm hoofing it. The horses are gone. It's fucking miserable out here. Um, he's not having a good day, and there's nothing he can really do in this moment, spell wise, other than put himself to sleep, right? Like, so yeah, he's gonna hoof it. He's gonna, I guess, hoof it to the town.
Okay. Okay. So, um, oh, give me a survival check.
Oh man, he is just grumbling and mumbling under his breath the whole time.
Okay. So while you're making your way to the village, you kind of stumble, where it seemed like the ground was sturdy at one point, but ended up being like a deep sinkhole. Uh, so like you got like mud all the way up to like your knees. You're completely drenched. That might have happened a few times. You might have tripped over like a log you didn't see amidst the grass.
You are
But
creating a hellscape for a germaphobe.
I'm sorry.
Evan's losing his mind.
You just made me lost it. Oh my god. I didn't even think of that, but oh my god. You're right. That was not okay. That was not my intention, but yeah, you're right. Oh my god. Okay. So what ended up being what you internalized or thought would be 30 minutes ended up being an hour because of all of the obstacles you had to face. But you do end up arriving at what you think is the village. You do see buildings around you, some trees, and give me a perception check while you're here.
Perception. Okay, that one's not so good.
Okay. Well, you notice that this village, you can still kind of see some stuff, and make out like little like shapes, like like shapes of buildings and trees, and um, you can make out like a what you think of as like a statue in like the circle of in the middle of like the village, but you don't see anyone currently.
Now, I don't see anyone, but do I see any fires inside of anyone houses or any lit windows?
Nope. The village is dark and you don't see any like glimmer of light on. Um, but between like the lightning flashes, you just can make out like your surroundings, just like of the buildings, the trees, the statue.
Okay, okay. Possibly being amongst people again. Everett's gonna say, um, "Hello, is anyone there?" Just kind of calling out into the town.
Where you at? There's silence.
Wait, he's gonna. Okay, keep pushing up. Keep pushing up.
Okay. And
Hello, if there's anyone out there, I need help.
okay, while you're shouting, also give me another perception check.
Perception don't fail me. It's failing me.
Actually, good enough. Okay. You're looking around, shouting, asking for help. Um, but you still don't hear anything, and you don't see no signs of movement in these buildings. However, since you're seeing a little closer to the statue, you kind of see a silhouette of a figure right in this vicinity.
Right there.
Yeah, but it's a little bit hard to make out.
I just kind of. I can tell. Make it out as a person or a figure. Someone standing there.
Looks like a silhouette of a person.
Hi, hello. Can you offer me some help? I've wrecked my cart not too far from here, and I'd really appreciate some help.
No,
Hello. He's gonna move closer.
while you're moving closer, give me another perception check.
I'm talking to you there, lad. Another perception. Not today. How do you get the same thing twice in a row? How often does that happen?
I know, right? Okay, well, since you got a little bit closer, it's good enough. You see, like, as you got closer to the silhouette of the figure, you realize it's much shorter, about like, uh, like a little less than 4 feet high, like a little boy, and he is just completely drenched, and he's just staring directly at the statue.
Hey, hey, lad, why are you out here? All alone? And I'm gonna get closer slowly. No response, I'm assuming.
No response. And he's just staring at the statue intently.
I'm gonna come around. I guess the side of him and kind of like look at him, and see what he looks like.
Okay. Since you're getting closer, from what you can tell, with like the lightning flashes briefly, you can tell he has like a little bluish hair, but of course he's completely drenched, clinging his face. He looks like based off your medical knowledge, a half orc, half hobgoblin. He has
Okay.
bigger ears, and he's wearing like a leather coat that's currently like buttoned up, but it's completely drenched and just kind of like sagging or clinging onto his skin partially. His eyes is completely glazed over, and since you're that close, you also notice in like the corner of your eye by the statue another figure.
Mm-mm.
This one roughly about the same height. But however, you notice right away it's just a kid with no eyes, no nose, no skin, no nothing. It's just a skull with tattered clothes. He stares at the kid, intently back. Doesn't notice you, and you see him turn, points at the little kid, and then finish turning, and he points in this direction.
Oh, he points in that direction?
Mm-hmm. And then thunder strikes, and the kid by the statue vanishes. And you see the little boy beside you kind of like stagger backwards and holds his head and just kind of like, ugh, groans.
Hey, Lado, you alright?
My head. Wait. Huh? Who are you?
The name's Dr. Evet Morris. I crashed my car not too long from here. I was coming to find some help. What's your name?
Greg.
Gruck?
And he looks around his surroundings like he's really, really confused and puzzled. How did I get here? And then you hear, coming up the path, towards your southeast area, you hear Lay's voice. Greg, where are you?
I believe your mother's calling you.
Oh, my mother is. Oh, Greg, there you are. What are you doing on this range? You're supposed to stay inside the house. And who are you?
The name's Dr. Evet Morris. I was just coming to find some help. I crashed. Well, the storm scared off my horses not too far up the road. And I was just seeing if I can find some place from the rain.
Oh, Greg, what did I tell you about talking to strangers? And she kind of like leans in and whispers that to him while looking at you.
Well, real quick too, is there anything weird about this statue?
The statue? No, the statue's a gift.
A gift?
Yeah. And she gets a little like flustered. Oh god, we gotta get out of the storm. You said your wagon broke down?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, it
well,
broke down about an hour from here. 30 minutes? I don't know.
she kind of eyes you up and down, completely, utterly drenched, mud like all over you, like up to your knees, and maybe even some like on your arms from when you stumbled over a few times. Okay, just you can come with me. And she kind of like grabs Greg by the shoulders and kind of hustle him around this little pond.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes around it, and Greg follows her. She has him like cling to his side.
Yeah, I follow.
She officially like Greg inside the house, and she turns to you. You don't got any weapons on you, do you?
None. Not at all. I'm not a fighter. I'm a cleric.
When you said like you're a cleric, her eyes kind of like beam slightly. But you weren't sure it was because of lightning or what. A cleric. You came here to help, and she opens the door and like you notice like her demeanor towards you kind of changed.
He's gonna say, well, I'm always trying to help what I can. I was on my way to, was it Makura?
Makora.
Makura? I don't know, like,
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
be messing that name times. I was on my way to Makura, and my car broke down.
Okay, well, come inside.
And I head inside. Thank you kindly.
Okay, so she leads you in. You notice Greg just sits at a table. She goes and tries to like wring her hair out off to the side from the rain, and takes off like her jacket. You can sit anywhere. Sorry for the mess. We really don't have much.
No, it's fine. It's a quite cozy place you have here.
Well, thank you. Um, it's not much, but it's all we have.
Oh, it'll do more than you know. Just your kindness. It's appreciated. Like, I don't mean to pry or stay long. But your eyes gleamed a little bit when you heard that I was a cleric. You mind if I ask what for?
Well, it's a bit complicated. Would you like something to drink first?
Oh, whatever you got would be nice. Water, tea.
I think I got a few tea leaves from back home. I'll brew some up for you. And
He's just gonna kind of comment on, just small talk, comment on the house about trying to pry a little bit about the statue. I guess. Just see. But that'd be later, actually, because I already asked the question. Sorry.
no, okay,
Brain's
okay.
moving a million minds.
All good. So she's over there getting tea sorted out. Greg is sitting at a table, quite beaten up, has like chunks missing from it. Some of the wooden leg is like shorter, so it kind of wobbles. But he's just taking like a small little pocket makeshift knife from like a that's been shaped and carved from a stone, and just kind of like shaving off some wood. He's just concentrating intently. Occasionally looks at you up and down, and then like kind of like shrinks in to himself a bit and just goes back to carving, acting a little shy.
Like the. He says was he carving or he just has the carving? Sorry.
He's just carving a little into like a little piece of scrap wood. It looks like. No shape has been formed, but he's just like slicing some chunks out.
He was kind of look, and if she's not talking to him, he's gonna be like, "What you got there, lad?"
Oh, just a stone knife and some scrap wood I found.
Are you gonna carve something with that scrap wood?
I want to try, but I'm not good. And he kind of like tilts his head over to little bits of a side table, and there's like randomly different size chunks of wood. Some of it looks like it could be a shape of a ball, but yeah, there's like random things poking out from it. There's some that looks like it could be an owl, but yet there's no head. There's some that looks like it could be a deer, but like one of the legs is broken off or disfigured. Definitely like amateur work kind of type of stuff. Lots of bits you can't figure out what could be the potential shape of.
He's gonna say, "I will. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Whatever you see, if you see something beautiful, well, then beautiful it is."
Oh, thank you. Maybe someday I'll get good.
Oh, give it some time. Keep working on your craft. You'll create anything you want.
Kind of just smiles and goes back to his carving, and he kind of like you see his body like shake side to side, and you can figure that he's just kicking his legs in a more upbeat tone. Doesn't take long till the girl returns and places a teacup in front of you, and she also places one in front of Greg and one in front of her. I'm sorry. We didn't introduce ourselves. I'm Marla, and this is my little brother Greg.
Pleasure to meet you, Marla and Grunk. Greg? Grunk?
Yeah.
Greg. Quite kind of you to let a stranger into your home. I appreciate it.
Ugh. It's fine. We don't get much new visitors unless they're a doctor. So, but you said you're one, right? Like a cleric. Cleric is a doctor, right?
I am. I operate in both spectrums, but I.
Oh, did Dr. Dahlgren sent you?
Do I know Dr. Dalton?
Give me a history check.
Ooh, here we go.
You do actually. You know, Dr. Jahasha Dahlgren is a female orc who studied in the kingdom of Isilvari, and your parents actually taught a few of her classes. But after she graduated, she ended up becoming a decently well-known traveling doctor. However, past 3 years, you haven't encountered her or heard much of stuff about her. But that's what you remember.
Okay. Can I get that slice of information? But he is gonna say, I know of her. Oh wow, excuse me. I know of her, but I haven't been called by her. I'm here purely coincidental.
Oh. Interesting. What about Dr. Riskar?
Another history check.
Another history check.
Oh baby, these history checks are nice to me right now.
God damn. Okay. So you have heard of a Dr. Riskar from the Kingdom Starred, but he mostly treats families or people with like high money to them, like they're very, very rich, well known. He tends to not take care of, in quotes, the lesser people.
Okay. How do you spell his name? Wizcar?
Here it is.
like Wizcar. And how do you spell the first orc doctor's name? Oh no, I'm freezing. Word is freezing. Okay, we're back.
Yay. And that's the other doctor's name.
Okay. Dr. Wisehar. I'm kidding. What was the Dahlgrim's the family friend initially, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Okay. Got my notes. Yeah, no, I haven't met him personally, and I would. Oh, sorry. I haven't met him personally, and I prefer not to. You know?
Oh, is he? Why do you prefer not to?
We don't really see eye to eye.
Oh, well, he's here in his village.
That is quite a surprise.
How's that a surprise?
Well, he just has a way of running in particular circles is all.
Oh.
Usually doesn't get too much outside of the city, you know?
Oh. That is weird then. Well, he's been here for a while. He's been helping some of the kids in the village.
That is mighty charitable of him.
Yeah, so far he hasn't asked anything in return.
And what is the illness that seems to be ravaging the city? Your village?
Well, it's a bit weird. They don't tell me everything, but unfortunately, 3 kids has been affected with it. All I know is that they get nosebleeds, loss of vision, and next thing I know it, they're in a frozen coma type state.
Are they still alive?
I think so, thanks to some stones. I don't know much about these stones, but maybe in the morning you can talk to the doctors and work with them.
That'd be welcome. I'd love to.
Did you say where you were heading to before you got here?
Yes. I said I was heading to Mokara.
Oh, that's right. Well, maybe it's meant to be that you came here then.
Well, it's quite possible. But I don't reckon my cart's going to get fixed anytime soon. Anyway. So I'd love to help.
I'm sure I can get Big Gus or Oktar to help you with your wagon. They do a lot of building around here.
Well, that'd be swell. What? Hold on. I am so bad with names. What was her name again? Marla.
Marla,
Jesus,
yep.
there it is. But thank you, Marla. They're kind. Is everyone here as kind as you?
I don't. There might be one or two that is more on defense. We're not from around here, so some of the older folks are on guard sometimes when it comes to strangers. But a good chunk of those went back overseas.
Well, I'll be sure to tread lightly then. And I guess, we chat a little bit here and there. Wait for the rain to stop, really. I would like to inquire about the statue, though.
Oh, what about it?
When I first saw your boy, well, your brother, Greg here, he was staring at the statue. And I believe I saw a figure standing there. It could have just been the storm playing with my eyes, but I just thought I'd ask.
A figure? Greg, do you know anything about this? And he's kind of like slumped now with like the little piece of wood and his like carving stone just relaxed on his lap, and he's just glancing down, spacing out. Greg?
Is he alright?
You see him shake his head.
I will immediately. Like, is she holding him?
No, she's examining him from across the table. He's still blinking and everything. He's just
okay.
kind of like,
he's in his own world.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, had me jumped to conclusion there for a second. I guess if he doesn't say anything, but I'm not sure if he saw what I saw. He was just kind of staring at the statue. It was me who kind of saw something that probably wasn't there.
That happened to the other kids too.
Wait, is this common?
Someone on a night when it gets close to a full moon. I think I remember Sickle. She's one of the first refugees here. She caught her daughter staring at a statue, but nothing was there. So she thought she was just spacing out. And then Lucilia, she came here a few years later, and her little brother, she caught her little brother doing the exact same thing. And then another kid. Some villagers caught it too, but they're just out there admiring the statue's beauty. I hope.
And these kids. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said, and these kids are fine. They didn't get sick or anything, did they?
At this point, you see her facial expression drops and looks gloomy. Unfortunately, they're the ones that are sick.
And just those in particular.
And as you were asking the question, she quickly gets up, goes around the table, and examines Greg. Greg, are you feeling sick or anything? He looks at her and just shakes her head. Just shakes his head no.
And he's still, is he being a normal kid? Like, I'm crashing? Or is this sort of like almost
Give me
like a
insight
gloss
check.
over gloomy? Okay. Oh, we're good at this. Unless the rolls are bad.
You can sense it could be tired, but also, he's in deep thought about something, especially, with the current talk.
He's gonna look up tomorrow and he's like, you mind if I ask him a couple of things?
Sure.
And be like, Greg, are you feeling alright, bud?
He just softly nods his head.
You got something on your mind? Or did you see something earlier?
I don't remember. I remember I was here playing because sister told me to stay, so I was staying because there's a storm outside. And then next thing you know it, I'm outside and you're talking to me. So I don't remember anything.
Hold on. Before I do this, let me make sure I can actually do this. I don't think I can yet. Balls. No, I can't do my cleric thing yet. He's going to say to Marla, do you mind if I just take a couple of tests? Nothing deep or intrusive, just surface arbitrary tests.
Go for it.
And all I'm going to do is pull out the old stethoscope, right? Check his heartbeat. Give him like the normal evaluation, right? Temperature, heartbeat, right? Blood pressure. Just make sure it's like normal. Maybe it's not cold or hot or anything like that. His responses as well.
Yeah, his ocular responses checked with the whole, like, you know, if you're doing like the finger following, maybe a shine, you know, a light in his eye. Hearing seems to be okay. Might have like dirt in there and like earwax, kind of clunky here and there. But other than that, reflexes are good. His
Oh.
heart rate is okay for his type of. The only thing is he may feel slightly more on the warmer side.
He's just gonna kind of during this process too. He's gonna realize that he's still covered in, like, he's still wet, right? A little moist. So he's going to Evet wears white gloves, right? So he's going to take off his gloves, and he's going to let those dry while he pulls out another pair of white gloves out of his bag. That's hopefully dry. DM ruling. Do I have dry gloves in my bag? Please tell me I have dry gloves in my bag.
I'll say you do.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Yeah, he's gonna swap his gloves for this thing. Take his test, and then just kind of be. Yeah. Doesn't seem anything to be alarmed about. Everything seems fine. And I have some peace of mind myself. Now, if you don't mind, I realize that I'm still very dirty.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's bad of me. I'm sorry. I'm so used to, well, being. Yeah, I guess. Doctors like you aren't. There's a little room to your left that you can use.
I thank you, lads. Is gonna immediately head over there. I guess, like, wash his clothes first. It's everything. Everything's getting. He's got maybe some little sanitizer on him, right? He's spreading the sanitizer as much as he can. He's making this work. Cleaning off his stuff, and letting it dry while he's in the bathroom. Yeah, and then he comes out and sort of, I guess, like, his underclothes, which is sort of like a frilly shirt, and those long johns, right? Those kind of like, I don't know, those comfortable long johns that kind of look like pants.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll just come out in that and kind of letting his clothes dry. Not sure if they're still up or what they're doing or what the storm's looking like.
Storm's still pretty bad. In fact, there's some like driplets coming from the roof. She has like little makeshift wooden bowls that are like carved, catching some of the water. She has a bedroll. She has two bedrolls out. Greg is already sleeping in one of them. Sorry, I don't have another one. Are you gonna sleep in mine if you want?
Wait, so she's only got like, what, 2 beds down?
Yeah, it's just like a little makeshift like bed rolls. There's no bed or anything. It's just floor beds.
You say, yeah, it's quite alright. Sleeping on the floor next to the fire works fine for me.
Okay, well, hopefully the storm is gone in the morning. Try and get some rest.
Likewise. So Evet's going to, as per usual, knowing him, he's going to stay up a little longer than he should. but he's going to be reading his normal little medical, just a medical, I guess document, just a medical, whatever, just a bunch of medical information on a book, and then he's going to see, just for peace of mind, he's going to see if there's anything ever mentioned about like illnesses related to statues, magical illnesses related to statues, because he's starting to see a pattern here. But I'm not sure if this document would have anything like that, right? Like this is all pretty material.
Yeah.
So, that's it. I got nothing. He'll eventually catch some shy. He'll pray a prayer to way out before he goes to bed. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, like kind of like a peaceful night. It does thunder quite a bit. Rain still pouring down. Occasionally, you might feel like a rain droplet dripping on you every now and then. Like it'll just like randomly like you feel like a little splutter on your face. But then that is kind of peaceful, although on the floor it's still a bit uncomfortable, but you mostly feel well rested still when you wake up. And we're just gonna take like a 5-minute little break real here.
Okay, it works for me. I need to take care of these doges anyway.
Okay. Well, it's 9:04, so yeah, I'll just see you back at 9:10 then.
Okay.
Okay.
Your ass is too big to be this needy, bro. Come on now. You're supposed to be a pit bull, one of the most vicious dogs on the planet. Not pouting when you don't get cuddles. Look at you. Mm-hmm. Shame. 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 Doug, what do I want for dinner? No, I don't want McDonald's for dinner. Torchy tacos gotta be expensive. This is so expensive for a fucking. Little nookies. That's cute.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm late.
Oh, good. I was just messing with the dogs anyway.
Okay.
What'd you think of my terrible Irish accent?
It's good.
You have more faith than I do.
Listen, I suck at accents, so you're doing well. Okay, shall we continue?
Yep.
Okay. So you wake up in the morning. You check your surroundings. Greg is no longer there, but his sister Marla is. She seems to have like a loaf of bread out with like a little container, and seems like she's spreading some like what looks like butter onto the bread, and she's just like slicing it up.
Well, top of the morning to you.
Oh, well, good morning. Do you want some bread? It's all I have at the moment.
All right, that's fine. You can hold on to it. I'm good for now. Where's Greg?
He went outside. He wanted to go play.
Guessing the boy's restless now that the storm's passed.
Mm-hmm. He hates it when it's raining. He likes to run around and cause chaos. And by chaos, I mean he likes taking the nearby stones and tossing into the ravine below.
Sounds like a jolly good time for a kid. I'm gonna go out and get some fresh air. You mind?
Oh, no, go for it.
And he'll walk outside. See what the village is like in the daytime now.
Okay. You leave. It's nice and bright. Around where you can currently are walking on right now. Still a little bit muddy. But from what you can tell, the grass and the trees and everything seems to be more vibrant. Still that after storm drenched, but more manageable. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception.
Okay. Now that it's more bright, and the storm is slowly like went away, and some like after clouds are moving along. You notice as the statue a little bit more clearly is placed on top of the tallest hill in center of the pond. Looks like a statue of a female with a hood over her head, with a robe carrying a staff. And you also notice off towards the east portion, a tall, slender guy taking some stones and like carrying them over, and seems like he's dropping it down like a little cliff, and then goes back and doing it. Just seems like a rinse and repeat. Across from the other side, you see like an elderly lady carrying a little basket at her hips. Seems like it has like various plants and some powers from what you can tell in the distance.
And that's everyone I can see. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, as of right now.
Okay. First things first. Everyone's gonna come up here and just take a good look at the statue. Just kind of give it a walk around the pond. Just kind of analyzing the statue, seeing if he knows the information, or not the information, but like if this is a god or if this is like a local. He would know if it's a local, right? But if there's any semblance of who it might be on there.
Okay. Give me Actually, you know what? This is gonna be 2 checks. Give me a perception check and a history check. Oh, and also, with your perception of 21 before these rolls, you also notice a little stone over here.
A little stone. Okay.
Okay, perception 14. You didn't notice anything new about the statue, except for one thing in the front of it at the base. You see the word. Let me take it off here. You see the name Talus, and with that history check, you remember a dwarf over in Makora who carved statues, and because his name's on it, you can safely assume this is one of his works of art. It doesn't seem to be anything like a god or goddess though, or like a well-known type person.
Okay. But old Makora's name is on this. Not Makora. What was it? Talus.
Talus, yeah.
Dumb. Okay. He's gonna push around here. Continuing to take that look, I guess, waving at the old lady. If she has nothing great to say, right? Just a nice morning wave to be polite. But he's gonna come over here and look at the statue on the ground right here.
Okay. When you did wave, she kind of like glanced and she saw you wave in her peripheral vision. She was like make her way to these group of tents over here, and she goes, Oh, good morning, sir. Did you just arrive, or I don't remember.
No.
And she kind of squints. I don't recognize you.
I apologize. My name is Evet. I came in last night by happenstance. You see, my cart broke down on the way here, and so I kind of hoofed it until I found this place. And so I came here last night. Marla and Greg were kind enough to keep me overnight, you know? And so I just came about.
Oh, that was very nice of them. I'm assuming you're gonna need help with your wagon?
That would be mighty nice. But first, I'm more interested in the sickness that seems to be going around here.
Oh, then Marla told you.
She told me a little bit.
Well, I'm a nurse. I've been tending to them the best I can. Why are you so I'm sorry. Did you say the reason why you're so curious?
I'm a doctor myself. My name's Dr. Evan Morris.
Oh,
Well, also a cleric. If that helps.
oh. And you weren't sent here?
No, I was on my way to Mokara.
Oh.
But now that I'm here, might as well put me to work.
That's interesting and quite, very, oh my, she can sound like a baffle. You know what? I'm gonna talk to, Dr. Dahlgrim and Dr. Whiskar, and, I'll be right back.
Look, you don't have to let them know that I'm here. And by the time she gets that, she's already gone. She's already gone.
You just see her hunched over, and just like quickly making her way over.
I guess why she's gone. Oh, sorry.
And you kind of like see her like go inside the big tent in the back.
Okay, well, while she skedaddles, I'm gonna take a look at this little statue piece down here.
Okay. Getting close to it, you recognize that it's a gravestone, and in front of it is carved. Oh, word. I gotta find this now. I have notes everywhere, so I'm like, oh no, where is it?
Yeah, I know that feeling. I'm still trying to figure out where all my notes were, because we built this character for so much time. I'm like, where's all my shit at?
Aha, here we go. Okay, so basically, oh, I forgot to also mention in your perception check, you notice these, basically like totem poles that have like little, stones around the base in a very neat, precision. Like there is equal, it seems like, visibly there's equal spaces between the stones, and the wood is like carved with like looks like a face with like little feathers and various furs and hides just dangling from it. You, as you're walking around the statue and everything, examining it, you notice there's like quite a few scattered about in this little village. But back to the gravestone. Basically it has two pairs of hands, like one hand on each side of this name, and it's Grutuk. Yeah, Grutuk.
Grutuk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Boom, boom, boom. But that doesn't tell me anything. Yeah. After that, I guess. After he says, "Does that tell me anything?" Does that get a response out of this guy over here?
Oh yeah. You did heard like wood choppings happening over here, and like glancing over, you notice like he was trying to take out this stump, like clear the stump. He hears you, looks up, kind of like puts his axe down. Hey, what are you doing over there?
Well, I'm trying to see what the statue's about. And it's not giving me much to go on.
The statue? The statue's from a gift. From Talus. His name is carved in there.
Just from Talus? That's it?
Talus, yeah, it was a gift. Feels like a gift for Gartok's resting place. Which you're right there by his grave.
Oh, he's gonna back up a little bit. I no disrespect.
Where are you from?
Me? Well, I'm a traveling cleric myself. I'm just trying to travel around these days. You know, I don't really have a home. Name's Dr. Evan Morris, by the way.
My name's Savar, and I come from... Oh lord, more notes. I come from, Irongroth.
So you're a traveled man yourself, are you?
Not bad choice.
Well, what brings you here? Is this just a nice place to live, or?
You called mud, rocks, and, stumps a nice place to live? Well, he says, I guess it is better than, Irongroth.
I don't remember how much I know about Ironcross. Give me 1 second.
You can give me a history check.
Okay. Okay. History. Boom. Bam. Pop. Pow.
The name doesn't strike familiar to you, Merlanus, so you can probably put 2 and 2 together and safely assume it's a different continent.
Okay.
Also, you see this guy, now that he's a little bit closer to you, his hair is like all dirty, kind of like oily, very, very messy. He's not wearing like your traditional type clothes that you would see in Merlin. It's like sure, like the region of Starid, the region of Evamus, and the region of Savari. They all have like their own different styles, but nothing similar to what he's currently have. And you also notice that his arms are badly scarred up, and along with his neck, and there's like a scar going across his face.
Oh, definitely a traveled one. He's gonna say, you know, it seems like a nice enough place to me. Nice and quiet, you know?
You know, it's... Yeah, I'm grateful for how quiet it is, but... And he shakes his head. It's nothing like home.
You have to tell me about it sometime. But right now I'm here for to help whatever this disease is. You know anything about it?
Are you talking about the children that are sick?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Well, all I know is that each kid seems to be afflicted with the disease every time it's a full moon. And now some of the people around here with kids are a little bit on edge seeing how tomorrow's a full moon. Correction, tonight's the full moon. My bad, tonight's the full moon.
Evans. Yes, it is. As soon as he said that, Evans was gonna kind of kind of have like a nervous tick. Not really a nervous tick, but he's just gonna like scratch his chin or something. Like, huh? The timing there. About how long has this been going on?
I guess tomorrow will be the 4th month.
Yep, that about adds up. Thank you for your time.
Oh, and during this time,
He's gonna start going over here.
the little lady comes out. She doesn't have her basket anymore. She kind of has like her hands on her hips, but like her elbows are like towards the back portion, and she's kind of like moving side to side. Oh, young sir. Oh, there you are.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Dr. Valgrim and Dr. Whiskar says it's okay to come in and chat.
Well, I guess that'll be just fine.
And also, since you're there and a little bit closer, you do hear some grunting over to the northeast, and sound like some banging is going on, and a little bit of cursing. You hear like
Okay.
2 male voices. This wood is soaking wet. We have to delay the building even longer. The storm was really bad last night too. We're gonna have to lay out these logs to help speed up the drying process before we can use them. Just when we were starting to get ready to build again. Oh my god. Come now. Let's go inside the tent.
Inconvenience that is.
And she leads you inside the tent. When you walk in, the tent kind of seems like it's divided a little bit. Like the little section seems like a little resting place for. We can kind of safely assume maybe for visitors, 'cause there's like a little chairs there. More like stools, like really like cheaply like made out of scrap wood and kind of stuff like that. And she kind of like leads you towards the left part. And coming in, you see 3 beds with little. You notice this right away, like little blood stains here and there. The place looks really cluttered, slightly dirty. You see a little cauldron filled with water. You can see it kind of like turns a little bit brown, a little bit red here and there. You see a guy sitting at a table, going through some parchment papers. It looks very preen. Well, not like preeny. More like he's just wearing like some basic, nice clothing. A little bit of leather, like a leather type apron. He has like a leather satchel on both ends of this table with the parchment. Over by the cauldron, you notice a kind of like a young human girl, brown, thick, curly hair, tied back, wearing like a dirty blue gown. And of course, Demina leads you in, and on the bed to your left, you see a young orc girl. Looks like she's not technically into, more like she kind of looks like she's like could be like a preteen type of age. And then you see another young boy, tiefling, and another human boy. And go ahead, just give me a perception check.
During this possession test, this is one thing I forgot to mention. That Evet in the mornings, because I thought about this a while back. Evet in the mornings, he wakes up and he always offers a prayer to wake us during the sunrise. Always at sunrise.
Okay.
But that's neither here nor there now.
No, it's good to know. Okay, with that check, you notice that on all three kids, their skin looks, bluish purple. And they have, a stone shape. It's got like where you are right now. It's kind of like hard to see because it's not really that big, but it looks like a little crystallized stone on their forehead and on their chest.
I can't see where I'm at right now on this map, but I would at least analyze the I guess like get a good look at the first one I would see is the kid to the right. The Melithus.
Before you do that, though, Damita, like, oh, Dr. Westcar, Doctor, she turned to you, what's your name again?
Morris. Dr. Evan Morris.
Oh, Dr. Evan Morris, I don't seem to recognize that name.
I wouldn't expect you to. I'm more of a traveling doctor.
Oh,
I know about you, though.
Oh, about me?
I know you usually confine yourself to the city.
You're not wrong.
Wait, what brings you out here? Is this disease that serious?
Well, it's certainly never a disease I have come across to as of yet. But I'm here on a favor for Dr. Dahlgren.
That makes a little more sense.
And the lady by the cauldron goes, "Oh, Dad, I'm almost done washing these up. Is there anything else I can help with?" No. That'll be all for now. Alice.
Kind of while they're talking, he's gonna come over here to Malthus and he's gonna like take a quick examination. Are there any like patient notes or anything like that?
Yeah, there'd be like on each side by the side, there'd be like pile like parchment paper that's been like binded with some rope. Dominia would go ahead and tell you each kid's name, like while you were looking at Matalis. Oh, this is Matalis. The girl across from him is Bula, and the young boy over there is Ellis.
All right, thank you kindly.
Bula was the first one to come down with this. Matalis was the second, and Ellis was the third one. But as she's talking to you, looking over Matalis' chart, his would be happening 2 months ago, almost 3 months tomorrow. It would say first system nosebleed, lasted all day, was light, got heavy at night. Next day, claimed to lose vision. And also, while I'm going over the doctor's notes, go ahead and give me a perception check as you're like examining the chart, but also like looking over at him.
Yeah. I want to challenge that. I want to challenge that so bad.
Okay. Well, it's not. That's actually good enough. Before I go back to the chart, as you're like reading and glancing at him, you notice there is like dried blood streaks around his nasal passageway, or like on the nasal area, and sometimes you like occasionally see like a red drop come out of his nose and one of the nostrils and goes down his cheek and like goes onto the bed, and like sure enough there's like little red splitters on each side of his neck on the bed. You notice that the eyes they're open, but they're stared out straight ahead. They seem vacant. They're also entirely red, but the pupils are white with swirling gray hues. And
This is the doctor?
oh no, these are the kid that you're looking at right now.
Okay, I was about to say.
Of course, you notice right away with all three kids that their skin has a weird purplish blue hue, and normally that's a sign that they're dead. However, as you are still going through the chart and you're examining this young boy right now, you put your 2 fingers against his inner wrist, and you still feel a faint pulse. But also, when you touch his wrist, you notice that the skin feels like it's on fire, and it's like radiating like an unsettling heat.
Okay. And he's just laying there, right?
Yeah, just laying there.
So this is something I can do in more detail, but I want to try to at least utilize what I'm good at as a doctor. So if I may, I want to put my hand on his chest and kind of just feel the blood in his body, right? Just kind of like lay my hand on his chest and then just kind of feel if the blood is moving and shifting in his body, or if it's flowing soft or slow, if there's any discrepancies with like how normal blood flow works.
Okay. Sure. You place your hand on the chest, and then you briefly like you saw the little stone that was on the center of his chest. It kind of like lies over his heart. You recognize these. They're like it's a crystallized leaf of Silvaris, which is from the kingdom of Starid, and you know that some of the higher up medical healers takes these stones and soaks it in holy water on a clear full moon night. The leaf inside is green with white veins, which is similar to the leaf from the tree from Starid. And you know that these are expensive, and you know that these help stabilize the patient if the stone is placed all over the brain and over the heart. So as you carefully like place your hand to not disturb the stone onto the chest, and you can still feel the little boy's body heat like pulsating is like extremely hot, like you're touching fire deep at its core, and like flames just shoot up your arms. But feeling for the blood, you notice that you're so used to feeling the blood flow throughout a body at a specific speed, but you notice that his blood is very slow paced, and it seems kind of unusual to you. Like, it doesn't seem like blood.
Well, it doesn't seem like blood.
Nope. Like the normal consistency and a normal flow. And that right there actually gives you a red flag, and you look through the charts and you notice that Dr. Dahlgren, like her little signature and little doctor's note, took a blood sample, and she wrote day 5, blood seems to be getting thicker, less red. Day 10, blood somehow is coagulating and even getting more thicker, and there's now swirls of gray. And it just seems like you're going through these blood works, and some of the blood work was done both by Dr. Dahlgren and Dr. Wiskar, and the most recent one, which was like a week ago, blood sample, very, very thick, hard to even get. Sample is still red, but now with black and gray coloring to it. It reeks of rotten flesh. Like the body is decaying from the inside.
Oh, that's deep. He's gonna turn around to Dr. Wiskar, and he's gonna say, "These blood samples. Do you mind if I? Oh no, excuse me. These blood samples. Do you mind if I see them?"
Well, we don't. Unfortunately, I don't have all of them, but I do have the recent one. I think Dr. Dahlgren was gonna take a new one today. She should be here soon. She's just, I think she's on the other side of the tent doing inventory.
Is where you keep all your patients right here, and everything else is supplies?
No, we keep well, the supplies. This is my makeshift tent. I get supplies coming from the Starred Kingdom through favors. So I don't want to take up the village's supplies when I have an abundance of it of my own.
Good. That's good. Where was I going with this? Well, you say you don't keep the blood samples. You just, well, after a while, they're just disposed of.
Well, some of the bloods, he seems to get frustrated. It's hard to keep something if it's vanish. And I don't mean by vanish as in vanish out of thin air. It gets corrosive.
So you're telling me here that we have blood that seems to decay and become corrosive within the body?
Mm-hmm.
And we can know the source of it.
No, I do not. This is weird. This girl over here, and he gets up from his table. She got sick. What would be 4 months ago tomorrow, on the night of the full moon. She developed nosebleeds, and then for this particular case, a few days later, she started to lose her vision, and then a few days later, she collapsed into this coma state, and it's been like this ever since. Dr. Dahlgren, who, well, I don't remember why she was here. You could ask her herself, I guess. But that's not the point. She noticed that this little girl was dying, and some of her skin was decaying, and he grabs her arms, and like around her wrist area, she has like skin that's been caved in, as if like it was eating her from like the inside, type of thing. And it seemed like to be like that on both her wrists, and then he puts his finger near to like where the doctors would take like the blood samples from, like, you know, like the inner portion of the elbow almost. It's extremely like bruised and badly scarred, not like exactly like caved in like it is on her wrist, but the skin does seem to be a little decaying in that section. So it's like this on other parts of her body too, but Dr. Dahlgren sent me a message asking her to use her favor that I owe her, and I couldn't deny her for what she did for me a while ago. And now I'm here. I've been here for a few months now.
If you're here out of a favor or charity, then I'm down to help in any way I can.
Well, that'd be great, but I've been on this continent for 60-something years, and I never came across anything like this. Like, children getting sick on a full moon? If someone told me that, if someone besides Dr. Dahlgren told me that, I'd be like, you're playing jokes on me, but I knew Dr. Dahlgren wouldn't lie.
Well, there's a lot of things on my mind, but real quick, Doc, have you tested the children for a loss of memory prior to them actually losing their memory?
I don't think I have. Why? You suggest something? Why you suggest something like that?
Well, obviously there's some weird connection here with the statue and this disease and the full moon. Greg, when I came into your village last night, Greg was up staring at the statue. When I looked up there, I saw something standing at him, pointing at him, you know? But I'm not sure if it was me that just saw it. And when I asked him about it, well, he said he didn't remember a damn thing.
That is very strange. I don't remember reading any reports about that. And he looks over at Alice. Daughter, bring Dr. Dahlgren here, please. Yes, father.
Also, is there really one of the children that are actually, cohesive?
What do you mean?
Can any of them communicate?
You talking about these three?
Yes.
No. They've been in a coma-like state.
Well, if this is repetitive, then I suggest right now we keep an eye on Greg.
I don't think the statue has anything, but, if he is experiencing some sort of memory loss, then Damita, go, if you don't mind, can you also go grab Greg?
Well, I wouldn't say be obvious about it, just monitor him. I could be wrong.
Well, seeing how tonight's a full moon, and this is reoccurring, I feel better off making sure he's okay myself.
Well, then there it is.
Doesn't take long. Alice comes back with Dr. Dahlgren.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I'm sorry, I'm processing a lot of things. Bula is the worst off, right? She's the one that's basically got leprosy over here.
Yeah.
Is she also wearing one of those healing jewels?
Mm-hmm. All three kids has one on their forehead and on their chest over the heart.
Okay. Is it safe to assume that without the healing jewels, things would be much more aggressive?
Yep. Because even though what you did and started, these gems are well known across the healers. However, they are extremely expensive, but they're extremely expensive because the leaf actually comes from the holy tree, and it's a whole process. But because of that process and its healing properties, is that it stabilizes the patient's body and the current illness.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely, for sure, if it wasn't for that, you can probably easily assume that these kids would be no more.
Yaska just kind of, Yaska, excuse me. Evet just kind of takes a deep breath and thinks to himself for a moment about all this. Can I correlate anything with that statue and Talus? Talus is just a normal dwarf, right?
Give me another history.
He's just a normal dwarf. I don't assume he has done anything nefarious. You said a history check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
$16? Okay. From your time in Makora, you have heard that sometimes Talus creations like his statues sometimes comes to life on a full moon.
And this man isn't like, this is sort of a urban legend, or this like, oh, we know this to be true.
Well, you heard it be like urban legends, and some people claim they saw it, but from what you know of Talus, he's not ill will. He just likes to keep to himself and his craft.
So we don't know if it's Talus who's behind this. He's gonna look over to the doctor again. What do you know about curses? Is this some sort of curse or anything?
Well, all the curses I know, they don't do anything like this. And we'll say it now, like Dr. Dahlgren and Alice comes in. You notice that Dr. Dahlgren, when you met her a long time ago, she was a young, skillful, very smart orc, but now you see her, she's has more of those stress marks. We'll go with that. Her hair has like gray streaks up and up, and her clothes are very raggedy. There's some like blood on them, like dried blood, and lots of like mud and other unknown stains. Hello. Oh, hi. I'm Dr. Dahlgren.
Well, hello there. My name is Dr. Morris. Evan Morris.
Oh, Dr. Evan Morris. Pleased to meet you. I think this is our first time meeting each other.
Hi, it is.
Oh, okay. Did the Starret sent you here? And she's looking over at Dr. Whiskar, and Whiskar shakes his head.
No, I just got here by happenstance. You see, my cart broke down while I was traveling to Makura. And came here to looking for some help. I just kind of caught wind of what was going on around here. Decided to see if I can help in any way.
Oh, and she sees, do you still have, Malthese's, patient, papers in your hands still?
Yeah. Well, now I probably have bolas.
Okay, bolas. Okay.
Yeah.
Just see that you have the, bolas, patient papers. You looked over, our studies and our notes?
I did. It seems you have a case of a wicked leprosy going on.
For her, thankfully, I had a connection with Dr. Whiskar, so otherwise, I'm afraid she wouldn't be around any longer, along with the other two. I'm due for another blood test for all three of them. Do you want to help?
Hi, I would love to. Blood's kind of my thing.
Oh, your specialty at it then.
I am a practitioner in hematology, you see.
Oh, that's quite rare.
I like to understand blood, really communicate with the body, you know? I believe it really ties the body to the ethereal.
I believe that. That's. I could never go into that depth of a study. That must have took you forever, or were you just naturally gifted?
A little bit of both. And he's gonna kind of change subjects. What's your syringe at? So we can get this going.
Oh, here. And she pulls out her satchel that was at her hip. She places at the foot of Malthus's bed. Yeah, help yourself. There should be enough supplies.
Bet. Everett's gonna go in there. He's gonna clean the wound, and not clean the wound, but clean the little spot off. No, I said clean the wound. Clean the spot off, because I'm illegal. Make sure it's nice and tidy. He's a little germaphobe himself, so he's going to oil it down, and then he's going to remove one of his gloves, the left hand. And when he puts the left hand on the chest, there is a sort of this red radiance along the left hand. When he uses the right hand to draw blood, he's using his left hand to sort of pull and manipulate the blood for a faster, more accurate draw, and try to get, I guess, the most amount of blood he can, or the depth of it, right? Like the worst of it. What's the impact of the body? All right, this blood has had on the body.
Okay. As you do your little maneuver and you try to like draw the blood out, you notice that normally with just the slightest of your skill that you'll get a nice flow. However, you notice that you're not getting hardly anything. Can you give me a medicine check? Nice. Okay, so remembering like how you read on the blood work notes how it gotten so thick, you used a little bit more effort, and sure enough it started coming out, and it's very, very strange. It's like a paste, but like with still like some hints of like the liquid, and like the liquidy part is red. However, the paste is like black with gray swirls, and as it goes into the syringe, it like mixes it together, and you get like a whiff of this like rotten flesh type smell, but it's like worse than that. It's like there's a designated pit of dead bodies, and there's like hundreds of rotting corpses in this pit, and you just get like a whiff of what that pit of bodies could smell like. And normally blood doesn't really smell like that, or like that strong, even if you're just getting a sample. So for it to get that pungent and all up in your nostrils like that, it's quite alarming.
Well, that's certainly not good. Well, okay. I'll make a roll for this if I can, right? But I'm gonna try to, since I was always trying to like just focus on the blood to get the best draw. Is there any way I can like focus on getting a good chunk of this paste?
Like you want to separate like the red from like the black and the gray?
Yeah. I'm gonna get like a good amount, if I can. just a study, right? Just to like filter through and try to figure out the source of the issue.
Okay. Give me a medicine check. Nice. Okay. So you do what you know is best. You use your talents, try to see if there's a way to like divide the stuff up, and just like you're like you treat your skills like a centrifuge, and you are able to divide it up. To are you using a new syringe or the same syringe to like try to
I'd use the same syringe. I think
okay.
I have enough faith in my abilities.
So you'll notice that with your skills, you got the blackish grayish paste at the base of the syringe, and it goes 3/4 full of the syringe, and at the top, where it's just a quarter, is just red blood. So you managed to separate it in nice little layers.
Okay, cool. Well, is that how it looked last time?
Talking kind of squints her eyes. Well, not that separated. And she kind of like gets a little bit closer and like looks at the syringe. It's like, why is the blood separated from this blackish gray stuff? And it's all mixed in with together. And she like shows you the sample that she took of Bula's, and it was how originally it was before you separated the components. Well, not the components, but like like the thickened stuff versus the blood.
Does it look like it's denser in that one, or is it denser in the combination I got? Like it's gotten worse.
Bula's definitely looks a lot worse. Like there's not as much red. Like her blood sample is mostly gray, with a darker red, and a lot of black.
All right. Okay, so I guess next question of action. If I well, no, that's playing it too safe. I guess if I tried to sort of use my senses, my little blood sense, to look into the paste, the feel if there's anything or sense anything about the paste. I didn't really have like a detect magic, so I'm not sure this is magical, but I want to see if I could feel a magical presence coming from the paste using blood, if that's possible. You could say no.
Are you using the blood that's in the syringe, or are you going to use your blood? Or
the blood that's, well, I would use my blood. I use my blood. I would actually like put some of the paste out. Like I think I would try to get some of the paste out of the syringe, just the paste since it's at the front, and then analyze it.
Okay. And are you putting it on something like a little like makeshift dish or?
Okay, so you said this place is junky, right? You said this place is junky.
Yeah, it is quite messy.
Is there any semi-clean area, like a corner?
This corner seems semi-clean.
Like corner. Okay, so we got Evan's going over there, and he's gonna brush things off, move things aside. He's gonna kind of wipe it down with his elbow a little bit. Then he's going to, I guess, put like a little tray down or a plate. I'm gonna need plates to get the tools. Yeah, he's gonna put the sample on there. Oh, well, I would ask if they had a research spot. No, he's abrasive. He would do this.
Okay. Okay, so you put the paste in this like little type like little plate. It takes a lot of force to get it out. And you get like we'll say like a dime size no, we'll say like a nickel size amount onto it. And before you do anything with your blood, you notice that the paste kind of like moves.
Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Wait, did you see that? Does anyone see that?
Dr. Delgrim and Dr. Whisker both as see what?
Why the paste? It's moving.
The paste?
I mean, that's what I've been calling it. I don't know exactly what it is, but look at it. It's moving.
Dr. Delgrim comes up to you, looks over your shoulder. Oh, I never seen that.
Well, I managed to separate a little bit from the blood, and well, it seems like it's very much alive.
What is this? And Dr. Wiskoff comes over there, adjusts his glasses, and he actually picks up the plate and like looks at it and examines it. What is this? I've never seen anything like this. Is this some kind of new creature?
I don't want to get too close to it, Doc.
Ugh, it reeks. Ugh, God.
Well, the whole room should be smelling.
Yeah, it does, but... And he puts the plate near your nose. It's much worse when close, don't you think?
Oh. Please, Doc. You're killing me.
The Velcro kind of chuckles.
Well, I'm gonna do a little test on it real quick. So if you don't mind, please get it out of my face.
He places down on the counter. What kind of test are you thinking of doing?
I'm gonna see how it interacts with my blood.
Ah, a particular. I never thought to try that. But then again, I'm not gonna even ask how you separated it.
He's going to cut his thumb. Just bite it, cut it with a scalpel, whatever. And then, well, he says it's like a dime size, right?
A nickel size.
A little nickel size. Okay, yeah. He'll. That's a good question. How hard is it to split the paste?
To split the paste?
Yeah, to split the. I don't know what this is. The plasma. I'm calling it paste for now.
Okay. So you take a tool and you try to like slice it, see if there's any reaction. It slices kind of smoothly, but as you continue to move your tool further into it to get to the other side of it, like slicing it in half, it seems to get a little harder. But then when you get towards the end, it merges it back together.
So it gets denser the closer I'm to cutting it, and then even if I am done cutting it, it just goes back.
Goes back. Yep.
Son of a bitch. Well, test 1 down, test 2, and he's gonna cut his thumb and see how it interacts with his blood. Like he's gonna put a splotch of blood on the plate, like next to it.
Next to it, but not touching it.
Yeah, next to it, but not touching it, and a little bit off, like a couple, like an inch off, at first.
Okay. You do that, and you watch it intently, studying it. Seconds go by, nothing seems to happen, nothing to change. However, a minute goes by, and you noticed that the distance between the blood and the slime got a little lesser. And it seems like your blood is the one that gotten closer to the blood, to the paste.
Wait, hold on. My blood moved closer to the paste, not the opposite way.
Yep, your blood moved closer to the paste.
Okay. Well, I feel like I'm losing my mind here.
Aren't we all? Dr. Belgrim mutters underneath her breath.
This is making any right sense to me. So, it's not interesting, but we know that. Well, I can tell you whatever this is, it wants blood. Not sure if that's relevant to any of this, but it's something we know.
That's some new information for us then. Oh, where's that Gruck? I told her to go get him.
Frustrated. I'm kind of not sure where to go. He'll turn around and be like, I'll find the boy. I need to get some fresh air anyway. And he's gonna walk out. He's gonna walk out.
Before you walk out, Dr. Belgrim turns to you as you're leaving. You're free to come by whenever.
Oh!
You've been a decent help already.
Well, thank you, rightly, but I've already sort of invited myself in.
Nonsense. It's fine.
And he's gonna walk outside. And upon walking outside, he goes into his bag. He pulls out a little paper and some tobacco. He rolls a little cigarette while thinking about and then he's thinking about that while he rolls it, kind of what's going on. Then he's going to head over to Marlon and Craig's house. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel dumb, but I like it at the same time.
Okay. You leave the tent. As you leave the tent, you notice about a few tents away from your spot, a tall, older looking orc is emerging from the brown tent and currently like goes around.
I don't know, there's just a moment of, I don't know, like appreciation for his history. Kind of looking at this orc. Kind of sits back a moment. Also, Evet. I know I didn't go over how he looks, right? But this is the one time I pointed out. Like everything on him is very modern, right? Like his coat and his shirt and all that, and his vest. But he has a very crude bone necklace around his neck. That he would just kind of like toy with for a moment before heading over to. Gonna walk this way, and I guess that's where he'll see. Eventually, he's initially going this way, but I guess he'll see Greg and Ben over there.
Yeah, and then also coming from the southeast, you would see a female tiefling wearing like Brown's armor with red cloth. Seems to be making her way to the tent that you just came from. Over here, you just see this orc, and yeah, you see the nurse with another female orc, and Greg and playing with another kid. Greg, honey, Dr. Wiskoff wants to examine you. Can you please come? No, I want to keep playing. And you'll see like the little orc girl like, yeah, I want to play with Greg. And then the older female orc staying near the little one, saying, it's not safe for you kids right now. You should stay inside. There's a full moon tonight. One of y'all could get sick. But I want to play.
He'll come up there and he's gonna say, "Oh, nurse, I'll handle him. I'll keep an eye on him for now. It'll be fine. And if it was a full moon tonight, well, not if it was. All right, we know the full moon's coming tonight, so to give him some day to play. They still got plenty of life left, don't they?"
Do a persuasion check.
Oh, we're good at that.
I suppose you're right. If one of them ends up getting sick, they should enjoy their time. Okay. Did you found anything when you were in the talking to Dr. Dahlgren?
Well, I left my notes with him if you want to examine them, but nothing too crazy that you didn't already know. Nothing helpful, at least.
She kind of looks slightly defeated. Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
And I'll just go over them. Oh boy, what's your plan?
Oh, we were just discussing that actually. Greg is like, I don't know what to play.
Greg, you look like a kickball guy.
Kickball what?
You never played kickball?
What's kickball?
Oh, man, well, you usually have a line of bases, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you kick a ball, and you have to touch all 4 pads, run back home. You scored a point.
Oh, I never heard of that. Normally we just play hide and poke.
Oh, you gotta switch it up every now and then, you know?
Can you teach us?
Oh, that I can. You're looking at a great kickball champion himself standing here in the flesh.
And coming up from behind you, you hear like a rough guy's voice. Sicko. You ready to check on Bula? Can you like get our little one to go inside? She just wants to play. But this man right here is very convincing. I don't what's your name?
The name's Dr. Morris.
Oh, another doctor. Feels like more and more come and just
Boy. I can tell we're all appreciated around here.
Don't mind my wife. She's very upset about her little one, Bola. Come on, Sicko.
My condolences. But we will find a way.
It's been 4 months. I highly doubt it now. Gyla, you can continue playing. But I want you back home when the sun starts going down. You'll hear me? Yes, Daddy, I hear you. Come on, Sicko. Let's go check on our daughter. And both of them leave.
Yeah, I'll teach the kids how to play kickball. And I guess I'm not sure if you want to role play this or for the sake of brevity, but he'll teach him how to play kickball, and then obviously he's keeping an eye on Greg, see how he's doing. But then he's going to pry a little bit on Gyla about when her sister got sick. Like if she remembers like what happened, if there was a statue moment, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, the kids enjoyed kickball. It took them a while to get a hang of the rules. And then sometimes they would were normal kids and they veered off course and made their own little game, but then they would go back to playing kickball. But they had a really good time. Gaia, she's like, oh, my sister? Yeah, I was very, I don't think I was even walking during that time, but I heard this, I listened, and I listened to Mommy and Daddy talk at night, and the villagers, it happened on full moon night, but, I think my mother saw her, looking at the statue and then turning her head in a direction, but I don't know. I don't know what that means.
When she mentions the direction, remind me which direction was that?
Well, the one that you saw was Greg from last night.
When Greg looked, yeah.
The little figure by the statue was pointing off. Yeah, there.
Okay.
Where Greg lived.
He's gonna say, well, would you happen to know which way it was pointing?
Yeah, I don't remember what they said, but I just heard the direction. But I did hear one night when Mommy was crying to Daddy, that she was saying this land could be cursed.
He's just gonna take a deep breath. Thank you.
Don't you want to know why?
Kind of you. Oh, you know why too?
Yes.
Oh.
I come here. And then she kind of gets you, try to get you in a little bit closer. I'll tell you a secret if you keep it.
Oh, I can definitely keep a secret.
If you don't keep the secret, you're gonna get sent back to Irongrass, and you have to go through the test. Okay?
Oh, that sounds intense.
It is intense. That's why Mommy and Daddy said we escaped.
Understood.
Okay. But remember now, if you don't keep the secrets, you're gonna get sent. And you're gonna go take the test, and you could get killed. Okay? Brack nods his head. She's nods his
On
head.
the inside, is this nonsense or is this real?
Give me an inside check.
You guys don't believe in ghosts, but there's some urgency there. I never don't believe in ghosts, but there's some urgency there. God, I'm gonna be bad at this.
Okay. So what she was saying to you about Irongrass and there being a test and the threat of being sent back to get killed, you definitely sense that it's true. And she's telling the truth. And you have heard that these refugees came from Irongrass to escape the test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to the curse thing. So Daddy says that that headstone over there, that guy got killed. Hence why there's a headstone to mark where his death was. But guess what? I heard Mommy said that's not where he actually is buried at. He's there. And she points to the statue. You see that?
I do.
You see the water? And the 3 hill mounts and the statue?
I do. I see them all.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think what Daddy said is that, if I were, I don't remember. Greg, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they said that pond was never there before. There was no water here at all. And then all of a sudden, there was water. Greg nods. Yeah, I heard Marla talk about it too with someone.
Does this have anything to do with the little weird wooden faces around the village?
Greg says, oh, those represents our traditions from our homeland. It's supposed to be a protection of some sort, but I don't think they work if they're not on the homeland.
Protection from a curse, maybe?
No, just this spiritual protection, I think. I don't know. You got the... I'm not sure. I just know they're part of a tradition and they try to have a resemblance of home. Mister, remember! You cannot tell anyone that I stay up late and I pretend to sleep and eavesdrop on Mommy and Daddy, okay? Otherwise you're gonna go to Irongrass, okay? And you have to take the test. We escaped Irongrass because my sister was going to take the test.
Well, I'll give you an old pinky promise. How about that? I will tell a soul.
Okay! And she holds her hand up and like wiggles her pinky at you.
Do the whole pinky. Boom. Um.
I like you, mister.
Well, thank you kindly. You've been awful to help yourself, you know that?
Oh, I am? What was I helpful about?
You're smarter than you know that? Greg, we gotta go now.
Go?
Yep. We have to... Well, I have to go ask some questions. But I don't want to take my eyes off you, you see. So I'd rather you go with me.
Oh, okay. Well, it was fun, Gaia. Bye.
Look,
Bye,
you can come along too. Your parents are there, so...
Huh? Oh, I can come too?
Yeah, you can come.
And she grabs onto Greg's hand and starts swinging it. Come on, Greg, let's go. We can go together.
And we march along back towards the tents.
Oh, Greg, I can see my sister now. Mommy and Daddy doesn't like it when I have to go see my sister. They say I shouldn't see her in a bad, in her current condition, but I miss my sister. I'm starting not to remember what she looks like. Do I even really have a sister? Oh, I do have a sister. Oh.
Along the way, Evet's gonna be like, do you want to see your sister if she's in a bad way?
Yes. I want to let her know that I'm there for her.
I believe that's rather noble of you. And brave.
Well, I try to be.
And he'll sort of just say, well, no, he'll leave it at that. And go inside.
Okay, let me do a little finagling.
They get yelled at by the parents. Well, I was nice to know that I was right about a curse. Am I on the money here? And curse lands with a improper burial? Man,
Maybe.
we gotta get to the bottom of this.
Okay. So, you go through the tent, same direction as always. You go to the left side. This time you see, the orc couple, sitting near, Bula's bed. You see, the red tiefling girl near, Medalus, bed. And you see Dr. Dahlgrim at the foot of God Lord Alice's bed, and Dr. Whiskar is going back, and he has some it seems like he has the patient charts in front of him, and he's just examining all three of them again. Sister! And she kind of jumps on the bed and sit beside her.
Well, before she gets too close, Everett's gonna be like, make sure you're careful now.
Okay.
Be gentle with her.
And immediately, Sickle and the Melork, Gaia, what are you doing here? We told you we don't want to see your sister in this condition.
She is curious and she deserves to see her sister.
Isn't that for us to decide as her parents? Who are you to say otherwise? What?
Is it for family?
I just want my sister to know that I'm here. Too late now.
See, she's fine.
I guess so.
And he's gonna breeze on past that. I guess if Thalgrim and Whiskar aren't busy, I guess I'll pull them both back if they look like they're just kind of vibing. And I'm pulling both back over here in the far corner, and I'll say, you don't know about this village having a curse, do you?
A curse? This is Dahlgren, by the way. A curse?
Yeah, a possible curse. It seems the burial of Gruntuck out there may be a little off center.
Burial?
Aye. But it could be crazy, but...
Oh! And then Dahlgren like slaps herself on her forehead. I'm so sorry, I'm so exhausted. You're talking about the burial by the statue?
Aye.
Okay. Well, that's a tale. She kind of sits down, and she says, well, I'm a traveling doctor, and I've heard there's a refugee camp that escaped Irongroth, and I felt like they could use my services, so I came here and settled here about a year ago, and yeah, the land was vacant with rocks and dirt and grass and some trees. However, when the refugees did get murdered, at least that's what and she looks over at Bula's body. At least that's what she was saying anyway. However, we don't know the actual cause of death, but it didn't look like a murder. But anyway, to the point. The murder happened 9 months ago, and the next day, a pond of water appeared, and with the 3 hills, and in the center of those hills lied his body. However, his body was completely drained. There was no pierce marks, no nothing. Just drained. He had no blood. He had no brains. And some of his organs were missing.
It was completely drained dry.
When I was examining the body, trying to find the cause of death, I didn't come across anything.
That is wild.
And what's another? Oh yeah, and then someone she's kind of like getting frustrated, and so she even pinches her nose bridge and adjusts her glasses. And like, oh God, what else happened? Well, yes. I had person from Makora help deliver me some supplies, like from like their ore, if they had anything to spare to help with construction here. And a girl named Rayora brought the supplies. She asked what happened, and we told her. And so next thing you know, we got a statue from Talus. And that died 5 months ago.
So the the murders happened 9 months ago. The statue arrived 5 months ago, and the disease started 4 months ago.
4 months ago, starting tomorrow.
There's a correlation with the statue in this. He's kind of just thinking to himself, but he's gonna look down at the. I got a lot of things going on in my head. He's gonna look down at the sample that he took earlier. Has it reached the blood? Or the blood reached it?
Good thing you asked. There's no more blood. In fact, the nickel side paste that was there actually seems like it grew to a quarter size amount.
Well, that's just neat.
Oh, give me a perception check, actually. See if you notice something. Ooh, go you! So you notice that the paste also grew a quarter. Your blood's no longer there. However, you look closely and intently at it, and you notice itty bitty, like very, very faint, like little bits of red shimmers going at it. And like you also notice at some like the edges of the paste, it looks like tiny little red crystals are like poking out.
Man, do I have what's a wait, like a magnifying monocle, right? Like I would have something like that on me. And I would try to, I guess, take a closer look to make out these crystals. Are they familiar? Or are they?
Give me either medicine or nature check.
Ooh, well, that's a simple roll for me. Almost a natural one though.
12, not too bad. Looking at it, it seems like that the blood that was your blood that got absorbed into the paste
It's now crystallizing and growing.
turned, yeah. And also, since you're good at medicine, you might have a theory now that because this paste was actually in contact with oxygen, that it might be changing.
Now is this change evolving? This is sort of a growing change, or is it like with the crystals? This is a new transformation.
Well, with the crystals is a new transformation. You do remember the other two doctors saying that
I hear chaos.
yeah. Uh, that the other two doctors said like the blood samples they had, they eventually turned into acid. However, this one that's just the paste that got in contact with your blood hasn't seen me turning into acid, but rather as there's crystals now.
Yeah. Which was great. That's a great step. That's right. Let's see here. Man, I don't want to wait for someone else to get sick. And just so I have this correct, because it did say, so the 9 months, 5 months, 4 months with the murder. Who was it that got murdered?
Grintok.
Grintok. Okay, just making sure. And
Oh yeah, Dr. Dalgrim did as a little reminder, she did mention that Bula was one who claims that he got murdered.
Bula was the only one
Mm-hmm.
that claims that he got murdered. But that didn't happen. But Bula didn't get sick till after the statue got here, so it's something with the statue. It seems like it's something with the statue, or the statue awoken something. But they did say, homeboy, that statues that come to life. I want to break the statue, but not sure if that's the best play. Side question. Not sure if this is relevant. Probably not. It does. From what's happening here, does it have any relevancy or any relationship to what was happening in Mokara?
No, nothing's related.
Well, he says, well, you know, I hate going the good old fashioned battery route, but I feel like I want to break down the statue.
Break down the statue?
Yeah, see, I don't think it'll sit well with the townsfolk, but something about that statue don't sit well with me. And what's happening here?
You think it's the statue?
I have a hunch. But I don't rightfully know. So I'm not quite sure if I want to commit to the idea.
Yeah. If Buffalo was here, I was just talking to him about this since he's like the leader, but he and some other people went back to Eingroth to save some others.
I say what?
to save some others. A lot of
Oh.
these people are refugees, you know?
You know, for a small town, you got a lot going on here.
We just want to... It's unfortunate. I feel bad for these people. All they want to do is just have some peace and quiet and let their families thrive, but seems like chaos falls on their paths.
Is that where they plant the wooden spokes with the faces on them? On the rocks?
It's part of their culture. At least that's what they said, anyway.
Any superstitious belief behind it? You know, supernatural and whatnot.
I never really asked. I just know it's part of their culture. I don't push in pride.
Hey. You gotta go deeper, Doc. We gotta get to the source of the problem here.
But those totems were there before I arrived. And I've been here for a year.
Okay. That's something that doesn't seem to be working against what's going on right now. I got blood crystals over here. I got a curse going on here. Oh, is anyone around here keen on dispelling curses?
Some people who are like, you know, being at the kids' bedside turns their heads and curses?
Curses.
What about curses?
Well, I'm just curious if anyone's keen on removing a curse. That's all. Anyone have the know-how to?
The male orc stands up. I never said my name, but my name is Malgrim. Now, what's this about removing a curse? You think these children were cursed? Wait, how you... Okay, yes, I think this place is cursed.
Well, I didn't know if it was such a secret, but there's very obviously a weird energy about this place. So, confirm the curse. Or if he wants to, if you want to come talk to me back here, so you know, amass a crowd. I've dropped my dice. It's gone now. It's gone. I'll never see it again.
You know what happens?
Look, I was just asking a question about removing a curse. You sort of gave up the goods there.
Listen, I have a lot on my mind. I'm worried about my daughter, and tonight's a full moon. My other daughter could be next.
Aye, so what do you know?
Listen.
Hold on, give me 1 second. One of my dogs is acting a fool. Okay, I'm back. Alright, sorry about that.
Oh, good. Malgram, nudges, away from the others. You want to talk? Let's talk away from this.
I agree.
Okay.
Inside or out, or are we
Follow
going?
me.
Boop, boop, boop. I know I'm following this gentleman, but while I'm following, how's the air about this man? Is this man giving me the aura of we're about to flesh out a rat, or like?
Give me an insight check.
oh, nailed it! I catch his vibe.
It's hard to tell. His vibe is
No, he's definitely trying to kill me.
Slight fear, slight anger.
No, he's definitely gonna kill me. He's gonna drag me out here. He's gonna beat the lights out of me. Oh, I did get a rest, so I at least have my 11 HP back. So,
There you go. Okay, he's gonna take you to like the edge of town, glance around, make sure no one's there, and we're gonna end it here because I just noticed it's 11:12.
Oh shit! Damn.
You know, right?
Damn. Yeah, time got away. That was fun.
It did get away pretty quickly.
I still feel dense. Either I feel dense or this is good. This is good shit.
Good.
It's like I think it's got to be a curse at some point because I don't know. I don't know exactly what the source of it is, but a bunch of kids getting sick repetitively on a full moon. Come on now, it was curse written all over it.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a cranky toddler now.
Oh, do your thing. Do your thing. If you gotta go, let me know. I'm just kind of buzzing around because I'm ordering food.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. But yeah, you want to talk more? You can DM me.
All right, bet.